Hello, it is I, Dr. Brian Lorgon 111, and welcome back to another episode of Herman Electro. I'm going to play as Natasha again today. I'm going to try kind of a different editing style today, where basically I'm going to try to edit out bits that are types of puzzles and elements we've seen before, and try to just kind of keep in the bits that are new content kind of things. And so we'll see how that works out. Since I think I'm going to be doing a bunch of jump cuts, I've gone ahead and turned off the music, because it also, I don't know, it's kind of weird. Okay, but here's a new element. We have boxes, and I presume I'm going to be able to like push a box into a hole or something like that. Let's just try. Yeah, it seems to be kind of Sokoban style boxes. So it seems like there's 3 boxes here that could fill 3 of the 4 holes, is my guess. And so given that we have a new element there to play with, if I were to electrify all of this, it gives me a space here, but it gives me a problem here. And this problem would, I guess electricity gets conducted this way, so if I had a sponge, I'd be able to deal with that. And right, Natasha has the gun that can crack concrete and starts the flame. And so finally, down here, okay, some free stuff. There's a plank. Okay, so I could definitely use the plank on the left, and I think I could also use it on the right, on top of the puddle, but I'm going to choose to use it over here, since this is new stuff. Okay, the box does behave the way I kind of intuited it might. And yeah, it's interesting, like, it's good game design in terms of choosing kind of items in the world. I mean, I guess there was like, was there a tooltip over the boxes anywhere? I don't know. That basically, you know, the game didn't have to explain how do boxes work. It's just like, I tried something out that seemed like it might work, and it was the right thing, and it's all good. Okay, that's a type of puzzle that we've seen before. I did get another plank that I could use to solve the one over here, so I think I'm going to go ahead and solve that one. Since I still don't have any sponges, I'm pretty sure I can put a plank on top of the water puddle. Actually I cannot. Okay, I lied. In that case, well, I could turn this off and just put a plank over here and step over the water. That'd work. Alright, so I choose to do that. And it gets me another plank. Okay. So we just went 1 for 1 there. And yeah, with the saw and a plank, I'm pretty sure we've seen this next puzzle. So I'm going to go ahead and cut out and see you guys in a bit. Okay, I don't know that we've seen this set of elements before. I see that there's sticky buttons here. There's a few different ways that I could solve this, because these buttons are going to stay on, so things are going to stay powered. And the problem is the electricity is going to go through here and here to light up all these things. I only have 1 wire cutter, so just chopping this, I would still need something else to get across. I could use a flame and a plank, which is what I think I might do. Yeah, given the set of things that I have available to me, I think I'm going to choose that. And it's also going to verify that the flame is only going to burn the brown planks and not the green ones, I think. Yeah. Oh, and I forgot that I wasn't going to need to spend the plank because the electricity was conducted through here. Okay, well that's nice. Just needed to spend a flame, and as a result I picked up another plank. Over here, we got another sticky pressure plate. This guy wants to get out. I could use a wire cutter here, and then just walk right in? Am I missing something? There's like all this other structure here, but I feel like I could just wire cut this and then walk in, and I don't see anything that's going to toggle this so far as I can tell. So let's take a gamble that I'm reasoning about this correctly and hope that I don't get eaten by this guy somehow unexpectedly. It did change. Well, now I'm gonna die. Is there a way I can kill you with a gun? Aha! It occurred to me that I still have a way to save this. Okay. So the sticky button, it was also like an inverted button or something? Oh, this is a NOT gate. I thought this was another power source for some reason. It's a NOT gate. Okay, if I had realized that, then I would not have been so confused. Alright, what's happening on this one? You know, there's lots of bits of wood I can burn down, but basically without any sponges, I would have to de-electrify something. If I de-electrify, I lose the trapdoors here, which implies that I'd be doing this. So if I cut through a wall, how do I de-electrify? And right now, the power is flowing through here to electrify all this. And so if I could break this block, which I could with like 2 saws, but then I need another saw or a flame to get out. And over here, yeah, there's no good way to do this, really. I mean, I could use 2 saws and a flame. Surely there's something better I can do. I don't see a lot, though. That feels like it's going to consume a bunch of resources. So instead, let's take a look at the other remaining puzzle that I still haven't taken a look at. See if it has any exciting elements. Got another stuck pressure plate without a sponge to wipe it down. So when I step on this, this is going to go up permanently, and that's bad. I could shoot through concrete, shoot and saw, so that's a possible solution. This guy's going to be chasing me. However, it looks like there's a full circuit I can run around, so whatever direction he's chasing me, I could still get through, and so I think I'm going to just shoot. Also, right, he just tries to get close to me. He's not smart about pathing around, so that's fine. So I'm going to do that, and that unlocks another room over here. And now I have a sponge. That's going to help on that other puzzle. In here, I don't think I see any way to solve this without a bunch of wire cutters, so I guess let's go use our sponge to expedite the previous puzzle. And we haven't worked with sponges too much, so this is still interesting to see, I think. How many sponges? I only have 1 sponge. If I sponge this, the problem is the trapdoor I'm standing on will close. Is there a way to sponge this not standing on a trapdoor? No. Is there something else that I could sponge in one of the earlier spots that would do something good for me? For example, if I use a saw here, then I could sponge this one. No power gets conducted down through here, and then all of this is safe, so that's a saw and a sponge. That feels pretty good to me. So I'm going to saw and sponge, and now I can just walk in here and step through the puddles and get a whole bunch of buckets of water. Interesting. So buckets of water destroy a power supply or place a puddle. How are those going to help me in this final room that I have? Because I didn't think I could get close enough to the power supplies, and I don't think putting a puddle on the electrical wires necessarily does anything. But maybe I'm wrong. Let's see. I guess you can place a puddle of water anywhere, including here. Alright, let's discover what this does. It does put it out. Okay. So you can burn out electrical wires like that. In which case, 3 buckets of water is what I needed. So let's do that and that. And pick up 2 saws. And now we are here. And this room, I think, is one that we've seen before. So I'll solve it on my own. Oh, wow. Alright. I solved this room with 2 saws and a plank. And then, for the first time, I've gotten a piece of scrap metal. Trade for new tools in floor 3 and 6 meta shops. Alright. That is the first piece of scrap metal I've ever discovered. And I'm not sure why it has shown up here. I see, it shows up, I guess, like yellow is like the bonus rooms. Purple is the exit. And orange are the shops, I suppose. I don't know that maps are very exciting to me. And I already have flame and I don't have any wire cutters, so I could trade a saw for a gun. Yeah, I don't really need to do that. It seems like Natasha gets lots of guns in her stairway down places. But let's just go ahead and head down to the next floor. And see what I've got here. Some more sponges. Any other new elements? I don't see anything sponge-worthy here. Haha. And over here, this could be interesting. So, if I press this down, I will conduct electricity through here and save myself possibly 4 planks. However, stepping on this also doesn't leave me an exit route, so it seems to me I would need to use a sponge and a saw, but I could afford to do that. So let's go ahead and do that to solve this one. Step here, sponge, and saw to free myself, and then see what other tools we get. And the answer is these. And what do we have here? I don't know that I immediately recognize this. So let's take a look at this puzzle together as well. If I could get this door to go down, I could just walk in. If I could get this door to go down, I would just walk in. And furthermore, I could spend a flame and just get this whole area to go down. I guess I can't see where any of the pressure plates are, and the single wire cutter I have could only cut power in one direction, but there's power sources flowing power in 2 directions, one presumes, assuming that this is just branching the power. So yeah, this seems like a pretty good candidate to me to go ahead and just use a flame to burn things down and make it easy. So I'll do that. Now I get some more wire cutters. And oh my goodness, this is a room we haven't seen before. Look at all these bad guys hanging out. I could probably convince them all to fall in this hole. But first, the hole would have to be available to them. Right now they're boxed out. So in order to open this door, I'd have to stand here. But unfortunately, that would turn on a bunch of bad stuff behind me. So how would I undo this? Well, I've got a sponge, but there's also this turning on bad stuff behind me. Is there any alternative way? No, opening this door involves doing that. And if I simply bust through the concrete, these guys are all going to kill me. So I definitely need to open this door in order to kill off all these guys first. So that involves getting this pressure plate down. And since the guys can't come out That seems to involve me walking in here. So I walk in here, the door goes down, all these guys fall in the pit. That's great. And then I guess I could just bust my way out, like after they've all fallen in the pit. I can press this, walk in here, and then just use a gun and a saw to get out, since I don't have 4 wire cutters. That actually seems pretty reasonable to me right now. So let's do that. So we'll wait patiently here for all of these guys to meet their demise. And then I'll put up the trapdoor so that I can walk in here and get a bunch of planks. And then I will get out. All right, problem solved. All right, I'm looking at this puzzle. It seems to me I just have to spend, I think, 3 planks. 1 here. 1 here so that I can press this button. And 1 here. And that gets me a saw and a plank. And what do we have over here? It is another plankful puzzle. Nothing is ever going to conduct power over here. So either I need to spend 3 planks, or I need to saw through this and spend 1 plank. Or I could burn the thing down with my fire. Fire is saving me 2 resources. I feel like there's other scenarios where fire would save me 3 resources. And so I think I'm going to choose to saw and plank. Because I'm willing to spend 2 resources to solve this room. It's going to give me a water bucket. And in this room we have... Oh, I think this is a tutorial. Basically, with the arrow saying, hey, guess what? If you pour the water bucket on the power source, then everything will become unpowered because that was the only thing providing power to anything in the room. All right, neat. And I got some more wire cutters, so at this point I'm sitting on lots and lots of wire cutters. And I've unlocked brick. Cool! We've seen glass a lot, and brick destroys glass is my understanding. I would need 2 bits of scrap, and I've only got 1 so far. Alright, but this is the first time I could have come close to unlocking some kind of new crazy secret item. And I do have 2 planks, but I really don't think I need another gun right now, so let's just move on down to the next floor, which I think might be the 4th floor? I've lost track, actually, of where I'm at. Okay, so I picked up a brick, so we finally get a chance to try this out. Break a grass wall, or press a button. Oh, interesting. You could, like, not stand on the block. It seems like it could only go 1 square. Clang! Alright, and I got a couple of planks. So let's see. A couple of planks would solve this room just fine. And I don't see a way, I guess 2 bricks could solve the room because you could brick through the glass. Well, even 1 brick, and then I could just stand on this to get in here. So yeah, 1 brick would be potentially cheaper than 2 planks. I do have 4 planks right now. So let's see if possibly I can find another brick that might make that room a little bit cheaper in terms of number of resources. Obviously the solution's in here. I'm going to need these down, so it looks like I would need a wire cutter and a wire cutter and possibly another wire cutter in order to make the door go down. So let's see if possibly we get lucky here. We don't. Alright, so yeah, those were all connected and I need to spend all 3 of those wire cutters. I'm okay with that solution. Here is actually the exit already. Let's take a peek at what's happening in the shop. I need saws to buy anything. Ooh, there's a bomb, which is something I've never had before. As a consumable. I think that's what that is. I've got 6 planks at this point. Spending 2 planks does not seem exorbitant to solve another room. So I'm just going to spend them. Cool, and I got 3 resources in return. And then I don't think we ever took a look at whatever was over here. In order to get in here, I could do it with a flame and 2 planks. If I walked in here and turned this on, nothing good happens. If I could stand here, I could walk various places. But yeah, the best thing I see right now is a flame and 2 planks, which is a lot of resources to spend to solve a room that I don't even need to solve, so I'm just going to go down to the next floor. And like I said, I don't remember if we're going down. I think we're just going down to floor 5. So there's still 2 floors remaining, because this prison we're in has 6 floors. So let's see if that seems to be the case. Yeah, there's still another puzzle floor before we get to the crazy one where the floor tiles pop out from beneath us. Have I seen this before? I'm not sure that I have. Oh yeah, I have seen it flipped, and I usually solve it by using a flame, because that's an easy way to solve that one. That only consumes 1 resource, even if it's kind of a super resource. The other thing we have here is a very complicated looking set of mechanisms. I guess this is a NOT gate right here, and so I need this powered to keep this door open. But if this is powered, the problem is this door is also going to be shut. So I'm not sure I see a way to solve this. Yeah, right now I can't see a way to solve this that doesn't involve busting through a bunch of walls. So let's keep that one on the back burner for the moment, and go ahead and, if I didn't consume the flame over here, I could obviously use 5 planks. That is a possibility. Actually, I could use 1 plank to get here, and then 2 more planks to get here. Yeah, 3 planks I'm willing to spend in order to hold on to my Bernie, since I've got so many planks. So let's do that. And that. Alright, we got some saws and some wire cutters. Alright, the saws are going to make things more possible in here, I think. Because the saws, effectively with these green conductive wood, act kind of like wire cutters. The problem is how to get rid of this. And I really don't have a solution for that. I don't have enough guns to get through all the concrete here. Oh, but you know what I could do? I could flame this wood. Well, that's assuming that it's still wood here. Actually, this could even possibly be wood. But even if it's not, then I could concrete saw through here, and that would open this gate. I think I'm going to set fire to this and witness what happens. This is a little bit of, oh, you can't burn these bits. So what I thought was flammable wood is something else that can be cut up with a saw but cannot be burned. Okay, so with that idea out the window, and I currently only have one gun, so I could only chop through one bit of concrete. How is this possibly going to work? Yeah, I'm really kind of at a loss now. Out of curiosity, can wire cutters be used on this? No, because there isn't actually wire there. Obviously, I could pour a bucket of water on this power source to turn it off. That'll turn this wall off. But the problem is how to get rid of this wall while still leaving this thing open, which implies the power is still flowing all the way through here. I don't have 3 bricks to get through the glass. I feel like I might be stumped here. I've got 4 saws. But if I saw this, then this is going to go up. Oh, but if I saw this, then I could gun saw this. Yeah. Yeah. And do I want to spend 2 saws and a saw and keep my bucket of water? Or do I want to spend a bucket of water? I think I'll keep my bucket of water. Okay, so here's the plan. So we're going to cut power on the top. We're going to cut power on the bottom. Oops. We're going to walk over here, and we are going to shoot the concrete, chop it open, and then get this. Great. 2 saws and a wire cutter. This room definitely looks like I want power here since I no longer have any guns to take a shortcut through here. So if I want to power this, it implies stepping here. If I want to step here, well, I could burn down and use some planks. Or use a plank. So that's already a possibility. I could use a couple of saws and a plank. Or if I just walked in here, I could use 1 saw to walk out, and then I'd be able to walk here, use 1 plank. Oh, but this is going to go up, and so I'd have to saw down here as well. So that would be 2 saws and a plank. Yeah, I think 2 saws and a plank is looking pretty good right now. Alright, so let's do that. Do this. Saw my way back out. Use a plank over here to step on this. And finally, saw my way into here, right here, and that room is solved. And we got 3 more saws. Alright, so we used 3 resources and got 3 back. I don't think we have seen this before. This monstrosity. How to reason about it. Let's take a closer look at this bit of structure here. So any one of these that I turn on is going to put up walls, but also give me some walking space by turning on the trapdoors. This is also the first time I've seen things that could be activated and block my way to get to a doorway out. Same thing is happening down here. If there's a north exit or a south exit and certain things are on or off at the end of this room state, that could work badly for me as well. However, I could use a wire cutter to turn this off. So suppose I stepped up here, used a wire cutter to turn this off. Then I could walk here, use my one plank to walk in here maybe. Power would be flowing through here. Kind of want power in the other. So what if I turn on one side? Can I walk to the other side? So power would flow through here, and here, and here, and around through here, and electrify this and block me off. But I could use a saw to get back around. I'm thinking about pressing this button, which will put up these. Walk around here, saw this in order to get back over here. Press this button, walk down here, cut this wire, walk down here, put a plank. And now power was flowing to here. Could saw 2 more blocks. If I did it the other way around, I think I could saw 1 more block. Yeah, so let's suppose I step here. Power flows through this whole circuit. Walk around down here, saw this, come around here, step on this one, wire cut this guy. These are on, so I walk down here, I walk down here. This is on due to this, so I walk down here, walk down here. And then think carefully about my next action. Which is, there is still power flowing through here. And there's power flowing through here. I'm standing here. I could use my single plank to go over here and step on this, and then get out. I think that works. I think that works. I think that works. So we're going to try it. This is a very complicated mechanism. And I still haven't thought through what happens with certain doors opening and whatnot. Okay, so I need to wire cut this. Then I'm going to... Uh-oh. This is still up because of this. Oh, no. That's bad. Did not anticipate that. Rats. Well, that destroyed my whole thesis there. I also just realized I could saw, and just get here. So I think that's what I'm going to do now, and hope that a good door opens. Here goes nothing. The door to the north opened, and I can still walk there. Yeah, I guess all the doors were still going to be available. Okay, so I felt like I kind of messed that up. Ooh, interesting. I think I'm in trouble. What could I possibly do? Boxes push, but I can't push them. Can I saw through a box? Cut a wooden wall or box, yes. Can I push a box through the toolbox? Yes. Okay, so I just learned something. So that's interesting mechanics. Great. This will bring us down a floor. Are there any things I want here? Gun, gun, gun. Presumably it's another gun. I've already got a gun. I'm happy without any more of that. And is this the bottom floor? And will we possibly be able to, like, rescue another team member? It is the bottom floor. Ooh, hey, more ore stuff. So I want that. So let's choose to walk around this way. And... okay, I don't have 5 ore, but I do have 2. So I guess I just need to see which door is going to open. It's this one. Great. I still wonder what that thing is. It looks like... looks like some kind of work table to me, but I'm just not sure. Okay, in this room, let's take a look at what we've got. I have 7 wire cutters currently. I have 1 saw. It seems like I could preserve the saw if I simply walk this route, but it would involve cutting a lot of wires. I could also walk this route, except for it would close off if that ends up being the door I need to go out. Yes, I don't think I could walk around the top. So if I walked in here... cut this wire, stepped over here, cut this wire, and then cut this wire. Then the rest would be off. So that's 3 wire cuts. And then I would be able to simply walk through here, pick up the tools, walk back out. Oh, I would need to spend a plank as well, because this would get turned off. And I would have already lifted that step. So if I'm spending a plank or a saw, it might make more sense to walk through here, snip, 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 and then just walk north and use a saw to get out. So that's also 3 wire cuts. And it uses a saw versus 3 wire cuts and use a plank. I feel like the saw is more versatile, so I'm going to do the 3 and a plank. Okay, so wire cut, and wire cut. There we go. Everything's turned off. I can get in here, get my reward, use a plank, and I did get more planks. So that's nice. And go down to here. Okay. This room. The challenge is the exiting. So yeah, 1 wire cut could turn everything off. I could use a saw. So here's what I'm witnessing. If I... oh, this is a bottleneck square. Seems like I must chop through some concrete, because if I enter the structure, I won't be able to exit without going through a piece of concrete in any direction, due to the fact that the only entrance goes through this square. Or I would have to plank back over it. That's the other possibility. So I either spend a gun and a saw in order to cut the concrete, which would make the puzzle very easy, or I walk through here, use a saw, use some wire cutters, and then have to use a plank. I feel like cutting through the concrete is the easier solution and uses fewer resources, so I am going to choose to do that. So we are going to do that, pick up my stuff, and then the exit's on the right. Got a bunch of saws, which I'm very happy about because I like saws. And this one, I don't think I've seen this puzzle before. And what do I think I need to do here? One, two, three saws and a wire cutter is one possible solution to this puzzle. And I have those resources available to me. I feel like that looks pretty good. So let's do saw. Ooh, I need to make sure I have a way out, so I can't go here. I need to go like here and here. That's fine. Glad I saw that. Saw. Saw. Oh, I need another saw. Right, it spent an extra saw because I couldn't go in and out on the same square. Unless I'd used a plank, but I didn't think of that beforehand. Okay, wire cut and saw. And let's hope that we still have enough saws in case we need them. I've seen this puzzle before, not with this set of resources. I don't have any saws left. I do have the fire burning, though. So I could simply walk through here, burn this down. Oh, but that would cause this to come up. But I could plank over it. But I also need to cut the wire. What if I walk down here, burn down all this wood, could walk through here, the wire would already be cut, and so I just have to use a plank? So that's a fire and a plank. Those are resources I'm willing to spend. Okay, so I'm going to fire. Yeah, and plank. Alright, got a saw. We already know my feelings on the saw. And over here, it looks like we've reached the goal. Hooray! Alright, managed to call for help. And gates have been unlocked. Neat. Alright. I don't know how much I didn't edit out as much of that as I expected to. But we made it down to the solution once again. And do the AND gates show up in here somewhere? There's our brick that we unlocked. Yeah, so I guess AND gates are going to look like that. And that almost looks like a circuit with a face, but in the transparency it's hard to tell what it looks like. I guess we'll have to look forward to that in a future episode. I hope as always you guys are having a great day, and I'll see you again soon for more Herman Electro. For now, bye bye.